Good morning, great Americans. It's another great American video from the bunker in Kentucky. To all my video subscribers on video channels like YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and BitChute, sometimes it seems like I'm not making a lot of videos because I also do articles that I post on Substack. So if you are a subscriber to one of the video channels, please also subscribe to my Substack page. Not only will you see the articles, which are they may be better than the videos, right? Because my video production is pretty low budget. If not only are the articles there, but I usually post the videos there too. So if you go to Substack, you'll see the articles and all the videos. I think we need to invent a new level of TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. There's some people have bronchitis and some people have chronic bronchitis, like really bad bronchitis, right? Well, some people have really bad TDS, but I think there's some people that have sort of a selective lower level of TDS. I'm not even sure if it's TDS, but everybody recently has been talking a lot about Bill Maher and how Bill Maher is coming over to the right side. Well, he's not really coming over to the right side, but Bill Maher, to his credit, has selectively figured out several things that the Republicans are right about and the Democrats have just gone off the rails about. Unfortunately, Bill Maher still suffers from a selective form of TDS where he still firmly believes some insane, ridiculous things that only a TDS sufferer would believe. He is still stuck on the fact that Trump did not concede the 2020 election, and even though Trump uh, voluntarily, nobody had to come drag him out of the White House. Trump followed the law. He left the White House so that Biden could come in, and there was no showdown or there's no armed, army group trying to drag him out of the White House. I mean, he left the White House like he was supposed to. But Bill Maher is still stuck on the words versus the deeds, and it's really kind of weird. Anyway, so so we have selective TDS, and I'm really what I want to talk about is what I saw today on Breitbart, an article about Geraldo Rivera. So Geraldo Rivera was on MS Now, which just in itself is really a shame. I mean, that's the only extremist propaganda outlet that he can go to tell these stupid, ignorant lies. So Geraldo Rivera says that ICE wearing masks. I'm sorry, ICE is wearing masks because what they are doing is horrible. Really? What? I'm sorry. What are they doing? They're trying to arrest uh, people who are in the country illegally. And because of the fact that the left has organized to obstruct justice many times in violent ways, the ICE has had to get very strong in like, instead of just under normal circumstances, if people would just act like law-abiding citizens, well, of course, if people would act like law-abiding citizens, we wouldn't have any illegal aliens in the first place, right? But normally the police or ICE should just be able to go to someone's home and make an arrest, right? If that were the case, they would just be going out. They wouldn't be wearing masks. They wouldn't be wearing full body armor or all that. They would just find out where the illegal aliens live and go arrest them, right? But because Democrats and the left have organized these mobs to attack ICE, well, ICE has to defend themselves. So now ICE goes out in masks to prevent from being identified because the left is doxing them. They go out in full body armor and the whole ball of wax. That's all because of the left. It's a reaction. So anyway, back to what I'm saying. I remember Geraldo Rivera was, he would show up on The Five, Fox News, and Bill O'Reilly, and all this stuff. And a lot of times he was right on many issues. Sort of like the way Bill Maher is now becoming correct on some issues, a few issues. Well, Geraldo Rivera, was very often correct on some issues, probably more issues than Bill Maher was. But, but Geraldo Rivera has a selective blind spot and brainwashing and just total, head in the sand. I don't want to see anything, denial of reality when it comes to illegal aliens. I saw Geraldo Rivera talking to Bill O'Reilly the other day, and he was just going on and on with his usual rant about how these people, oh, they just want to have a good life. They're not criminals. They want to come here. They just want to work. They just want to pay taxes. They want to obey the law. And I'm thinking to myself, they want to obey the law. They snuck into the country illegally. How do people who want to obey the law sneak into the country illegally? Oh, they're not criminals. Yes, they are criminals. They snuck into the country illegally. Think about it. They went to a foreign country, snuck into that country illegally, and broke the law of that country. And not only did they do it, they dragged their kids along with them. Oh, so yes, they are criminals. Yes. So, anyways, so Geraldo Rivera is nuts. And so now Geraldo is saying that ICE wears masks because what they are doing is horrible. No, that's actually the exact opposite of the truth. ICE is wearing masks because the left and their obstruction of justice and their defending of criminals over law enforcement is horrible. That's what's horrible. The reason ICE is wearing masks is because Democrats and liberals and the extremist mobs in the streets are taking pictures of their faces and doxing them so that their families so that the ICE agents' families get attacked. That's why ICE is wearing masks. It's because of the Democrats and the extremist left. It's the same reason why, Supreme Court justices. Now, obviously, Supreme Court justices cannot go to court and wear a mask when they kind of got to show their faces, right? But because the left knows who they are, they have been attacked in their own homes. Did you ever think you'd see a day in America when a Supreme Court justice would have mobs of Democrats and left-wing extremists attacking them at their homes, in their homes, outside their homes? That's what the Democrats are. They're violent extremists, and the only way they can win is by cheating at the ballot box and violence in the streets. They're like Nazis and communists. Take your choice. It's all the same. So the conclusion of this is that Bill Maher and Geraldo Rivera, they suffer from selective TDS. Now, with Geraldo, is it really TDS or is it? I mean, he was suffering from this shit, before Trump came around, so it might not be TDS, but it's the same thing. It's a derangement syndrome where you simply cannot see the truth, and you prefer propaganda talking points, propaganda lies to promote a rotten position. So Geraldo Rivera's position is that if people sneak across the border, it's okay, nothing to see here. They haven't really broken any law. They're good people, just leave them alone. I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. If you sneak into the country illegally and you are in the country illegally, you need to be arrested and deported. That's what ICE does. And unfortunately, if left-wing extremists and Democrats and mobs are going to dox the ICE agents, then the ICE agents have to wear masks for their own personal security and the security of their family, wives, and husbands and children. So that's why ICE wears masks, is because the left is finding out who they are and attacking their families. So there you go. That's today's video is about selective TDS, the Geraldo Rivera edition, and how it compares to Bill Maher. Yeah, so like I said, have no doubt. I mean, Bill Maher is Bill Maher. He'll never be a Republican. He's never going to vote Republican. He'll never see the light on a. He's a nut. He's still a whack job just because he's got a few. He has discovered a few things correctly. Doesn't mean he's still not a left-wing whack job. Geraldo Rivera, I would say, is slightly better than Bill Maher because, like I said, when he was on Fox News, when it comes to just about most other issues, not related to immigration, when you take immigration out of the picture, on just about most other issues, Geraldo Rivera actually used to get things right. Like when debating on the five or talking to Bill O'Reilly and stuff. But when it comes to immigration, there comes the selective TDS or some other, maybe it's IDS, immigration derangement syndrome. Bill Geraldo Rivera has immigration derangement syndrome, which is an offshoot of TDS, or maybe TDS is an offshoot of that. I don't know. There's like two closely related diseases. So anyway, I'll put a link to this article in the description. It's from Breitbart. Geraldo Rivera, ICE wearing masks because what they are doing is horrible. No, the horrible thing is what the Democrats are doing, which causes ICE to have to wear masks for their own protection. Anyway, that's it for the day. Oh, I want to remind you of one thing. I think I'm actually going to I'm going to take a clip of this and put it at the beginning of the video too, because I meant to say this at the top of the video. To all my video subscribers on video channels like YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and BitChute, sometimes it seems like I'm not making a lot of videos because I also do articles that I post on Substack. So if you are a subscriber to one of the video channels, please also subscribe to my Substack page. Not only will you see the articles, which they may be better than the videos, right? Because my video production is pretty low budget. If not only are the articles there, but I usually post the videos there too. So if you go to Substack, you'll see the articles and all the videos. But still, please come to the video channels and like the videos. That helps me. Thank you very much. I'll put the links in the subscription, and I will see you in the next great American video. Adios, muchachos.